So I'm at Palmdale Motors today, and this is Ashley Winston. You're the owner of Palmdale Motors,
I'm
are you
the
not?
owner, absolutely.
The owner. How long have you been going now?
About 15 years now.
15 years. So, would you like to tell everybody what's going on, what's happening, and why we're sitting in this Citroen?
Well, we're sitting in a Citroen that's done nearly 486,000 miles. We source cars for people, and this was a part exchange that came in from a client who bought it when it was about a year old, 20,000 miles on the clock, and just kept driving it, waiting for it to break. And it didn't. And now we've got it, and our goal is to get this Citroen up to 500,000 miles.
So yeah, that's why you're basically lending it to people who want to drive it.
Like you are today. Thank you very much for adding
no
miles to
worries.
it. It's appreciated.
Should be over 250 miles by the time I get it back. I know you like to lend it to people who do 500, but there we go.
Or 5,000 would be good as well.
Yeah, 5,000, that would really help. What do you do at Palmdale Motors?
We source cars for people. So this is a classic example. The last owner wanted us to find him his next car he could do 500,000 miles in. So we found that for him, and we source everything from Citroens like the guy who had this before, through to top end stuff like Ferraris, Bentleys and things like that. But our job's to take care of what a lot of people find is a really difficult purchase.
Yeah, car purchases can be a bit difficult. My Jag is a prime example. That's costing me an arm and a leg.
Let's talk about that the better.
Yeah, exactly. It is a bit of a knackered pile of... But the thing with car sourcing, I'm sure you find all the time, is most people think it's just for the elites, you know, like the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis. But you do it for anyone, don't you?
Most of our work is normal cars, normal people. I mean, look, you and I understand how to buy a car. Right? We buy something that may not be that great all the time, but we understand the process. We're not afraid to go into a dealer if need be. We know what we're looking for.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there, in fact, most people out there, it is just the worst experience in the world for them.
Yeah.
And they pay us a fee so they don't have to do it. So it's done right, and they get what they want without having to go anywhere or do anything.
A better deal, and you check the car over, and they have peace of mind.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I suppose I should get going to Bristol, get some miles on this old pile of nuts and bolts.
Absolutely. Just, take care of it. But yeah, I'm sure we'll do you proud.
I'll try and bring it back in one piece.
Yeah,
anyway.
definitely. Not one big flat piece either.
Thank you for that, and see you when I see you.
Great stuff. Wonderful. Take care.
So, we've made it to 7 View Services, so it's done the job down into Bristol. Might go for a trundle round into Avonmouth. I say Bristol, gone slightly past it really if I'm at 7 View Services. But it's driven absolutely flawlessly. It did show up at one point, needed coolant topping up. And the one thing I have noticed is it doesn't get up to normal operating temperature. It goes to 2 bars and then drops back to 1. 2 bars, then drops back to 1. So, again, given the mileage on this thing, it's clicked over to 486,000 miles now. I guesstimate there's probably the thermostat's open, or, it's not closing fully or something like that, which isn't brilliant for the engine, because engines are supposed to get to normal operating temperature. But the car has performed faultlessly. It doesn't shake, it doesn't wobble. I had to use the brakes at one point, quite severely. That was fine. It's done amazingly well. The thing that gets me is this has got the 2-litre engine in it, 2-litre diesel engine in it. And if I'm correct, in the late 90s it was a joint venture between PSA and Ford in development. Developed a whole series of engines, 1.4, 1.6, 2-litre. And if you look online, Picasso, 2-litre HDI or the 1.6 diesels, whatever, they have a horrible reputation. You go through clutches, gearboxes, leaks in the engine, overheat, bearings go, and you get tapping noises before the engine finally seizes, style thing. And this is really a poster child for looking after your car. The person who had this, because I was speaking to Ashley, I nearly forgot his name then. I was speaking to Ashley down at Palmdale Motors before the interview and all that kind of stuff. And the person who had this never spared a penny. He did a lot of miles, obviously the amount of miles on this thing. He never spared any money on the servicing, maintenance, preventative maintenance, that kind of thing. If it needed doing, he got it done because he relied on his car for work purposes, the mileage it does. And this is kind of the poster child of, okay, it's got, these cars have a horrible, horrible reliability rating. If you look at any thread online, just Google Zara Picasso and look at common faults, this, I hate this, fleet cars hate it, taxis hate them, garages hate them, everybody hates them. This will do 500,000 miles. The way it's driven now, I had just had to top up the coolant, but again, I've had to top up coolant in my i30, which is a 65 plate, and it had done 78,000 miles at that point in time. Cars, you know, coolant, it's water, evaporates, so on and so forth. This probably does have a minor leak somewhere, but again, the mileage it's got on it, and a little 90 horsepower. That's all these engines had when they were new, and this kind of mileage, I'd be amazed if it's got over 70 horsepower. It gets going. It doesn't take, you know, it's quiet. It handles the road nicely. I'm really impressed with this. I thought I'll drive it and see kind of, you know, it's going to have knocks in the engine. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. I can, you know, start the engine up, show you guys around and say, oh, listen to this and that bearing's failing and so. Nothing. It's been faultless. I am genuinely amazed by this car. Okay, it's rusty, it's had some welding done to it, but it's absolutely faultless. It is a very, very good car, and like I said a moment ago, this is the poster child of if you actually maintain your cars. You know, yes, okay, that's going to need changing, that's going to need replacing, this part's going to need changing, it's going to cost a couple of quid. But this is the result. People are scrapping cars with 60,000 miles on that have failed catastrophically. Meanwhile, one of the most unreliable engines ever, if you look online, if you look at threads, 486,000 miles, and it is driving brilliant. The brakes are fine, steering's brilliant, gearbox is not clunky. There's a little bit of play when you're in the gear, but again, the mileage on it, whatever. It's brilliant. But anyway, I've got to go and find my co-pilot. He didn't want to appear on this because we've got to go back. And really, the way it's been driving, I don't see any problems. So I'll see you when we get back to Palmdale Motors, I suppose. we made it all the way back. Not a problem. I was really expecting something to be wrong with this, but nothing is. That has amazed me. But anyway, I suppose, yeah, time to end really. I've got nothing else to say. Other than this happens to be an exception to a rule from all the threads online. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, share about, and I'll see you in the next upload. Cheers for watching.